morning. This is Francesco Abbruzzino with the Venice Scoop, bringing you the latest news for Venice, Northport, and Englewood. Today is 11/12/13. A lot of excitement with that date. And it is a Tuesday. So let's get started. At the top of the news was yesterday's ceremonies, Vets Day. Awesome celebration out there. A lot of people showed up. It was a good event. And there were a couple people that were recognized. 88-year-old Lauren Pittman was recognized by the city, the Sarasota County Veterans Commission as the Vet of the Year. Also, the commission presented a Female Officer of the Year award to Barbara Miller Vaughn. She's a retired Master Sergeant in the U.S. Air Force. So congratulations to those two. What I like about this Barbara is she's one of the coordinators for the honor flights for veterans to visit war memorials, and I've been seeing it a lot on the news where they'll get started early in the morning, fly out to Washington, visit a few memorials, and then fly back that day to a hero's welcome. It's a pretty neat concept. I also put a link on the page, on the Venice, Florida page, about Farleys. I always drive by there and I see that Army vehicle, and I never knew what it was for. And they have an article in the paper today in the Herald, which talks about that specific 1941 Dodge military truck, and basically he offers a military-themed procession for vets, which I thought was really nice, and it's good to make a connection as to why it's there, which I never knew. Let's see. I also put a link on there about Gary Joseph LeBlanc. He's an author with Staying Afloat in the Sea of Forgetfulness. It's about amnesia and some of the issues that come along with it and how to handle it. He's going to be at the Senior Friendship Center in Venice on November 14th, and it's going to be from 9:30 to 11. I did put a link on the Venice page, and they recommend that you call it because they think it will get filled up pretty fast. Another link. Somebody asked me, they said that they saw a teenager carrying a baby on a bus, and they hope that there's safety harnesses. I put it up there, I was running out, and I just threw it up on the wall and just said thoughts. Well, a lot of people started a conversation, and something I didn't know is, and I hope I pronounce this right, the CYESIS, CYESIS program. I guess it's out there, and what it does is it helps pregnant teenagers, which unfortunately there are a lot out there, and it helps them, fortunately and unfortunately, depends on how you view it. They provide daycare at the high school for the kid while they go, and they can complete their education, which is awesome. And then they provide the transportation. It's going to be on the school buses, and I guess there's school seats and the proper restraint and everything to keep the child safe. But it's a program I wasn't aware of, and I actually think it's great that it's out there. Talking about buses and accidents, or buses and traffic, and let's just talk accidents. None of them involving buses, but there were 3 yesterday. Not sure if that's the increased congestion from the northerners coming down or what, but it could just be from careless locals here. One thing I did notice is, and I think someone made a comment on this, within the last week, there's been 2 vehicles that have flipped over on the Jacaranda ramp. I've gone on the ramp, and it's a pretty good loop. You got to go slow, folks. That's the key there, and you probably won't flip. So drive careful, drive slow, be conscientious of everybody around you. All right, let's hop over to Englewood. This is actually Englewood / Venice story. Red tide, the Carina brevis organism was detected in water samples, and it's basically running from southern Sarasota County to Charlotte County, where they're seeing the red tide out there. So I will know firsthand tomorrow, since it looks like there will be waves tomorrow and the next day. And if I come back all red-eyed for the newscast, you'll know that I've been impacted by red tide. All right, Northport. This is one of those stories you always like seeing, and it always puts a smile on your face as a father, as a vet. Kylie Fralick, she didn't expect to see this face, and what they did is basically she was looking down doing some stuff and work, I guess, or something like that, and next thing she knows, when she looks up at the screen, it's her father from 9,500 miles away in Afghanistan basically dialing in, and I think he used Skype or something like that, just to tell him, hey, I love you, and all that good stuff. So those are always good stories to tell. That's basically it for the news. So let's go to the weather. It's going to be a high of 83 today, low of 62 with increasing clouds. This is it for the warm stuff for a couple days. This front's going to drop the temperatures down. They're saying we're lucky if we'll break 70 tomorrow, and it's going to be in the low of the 50s. And then the next day, which would be Thursday, it'll be about 75, 77. Lots of wind. They're saying there's a lot of wind. I hope not too much, but that's for my own selfish purposes of surfing. But you want to, there is going to be some wind out there, so there might be a chill factor. So definitely we'll be seeing a lot of open doors tomorrow. We'll see our electric bills take a little bit of a drop, so that we can turn the air off and enjoy this fresh weather. Fresh, cool, dry weather. All right. Now, on to sports. Okay, there will be a fan bus to the FHSAA Volleyball State Semifinal match where Venice takes on Vanguard. I think 4 teams qualified. They play this match, and then if they win, they go to the finals. I believe that's the process. The bus leaves for Silver Spurs Arena in Kissimmee at 1 p.m. on Wednesday. I did put the link on the page. I think you got to call and reserve, and I don't know all the specifics. So check it out. This isn't Venice specific, but our local NFL team, the Bucks, finally won. They nearly won, but they did win. So that's good. They finally got one win, and who knows? That might be their only win on the year with the way they're going. All right, let's go over to events. I just came over the Venice Avenue Bridge from dropping my daughters off at Venice High and SLA. And I saw the tent all set up for this big event, the Osmosis Water Treatment Plant. They're making some changes, hopefully for good for our water, and they're going to be holding a ceremony out there, and I assume the mayor and some council members will be out there. Can't remember the time. I did post it on the wall. I think it was 10 o'clock, but if you got nothing to do, go check it out. And Hairspray, I put that event up there. It's opening up today at main stage of Venice Theater. I think the movie's funny as anything, but I guess the previews for this theater showing have gotten some good reviews, so it's something to check out. Did want to mention this weekend, the Blues Festival. I'll put the link up a little later. I had a freeze up on my frame there. The Blues Festival. I'll put the link up a little bit later today. It's the first annual Blues Festival. They got different blues bands. There's drinking, a good time. I thought I saw that you could buy the tickets at Blue Island Bistro the other day. I know when I put the link on the page later, if you click on the link, there's a buy tickets here, and it'll take you to their Facebook page where you can buy your tickets. I'm not sure of the cost. I forget. I think it was like $20, and I'm not sure what that all included. So that's basically it for today with the news. Any final thoughts today? Not really. Final thought, drive safely. Too many accidents out there. Just drive safely, people. And that's your final thought for today. For Francesco Abbruzzino and the Venice Scoop, ciao.